All right, I am here with Laurie Sickles. Hey, Laurie.
Hi, how are
I'm
you?
great. How are you?
Good, although I'm really upset about the weather, but hey,
Yeah, I know it's snowing in Ohio. It's awful.
it'll be 80 next week, so
I know, right? We get all the seasons in one day.
exactly.
It's the best part about Ohio. But Lori is with Keller Williams out of Columbus, Ohio. And we're going to talk today on some tips about how to shoot video. But tell us, Lori, I mean, I know why I picked you, but tell us your background so people understand about why you're doing this, why we're talking about this.
Okay, well, I spent 20 years doing television news, so I shot video professionally. Um, and to trust me, it's much different doing it, with either your cell phone or if you can't afford, like a DSLR camera. So you don't have to have a big professional heavy camera that you lug around.
Like a
Um,
camcorder?
Oh, this thing was huge. I mean, 30 pounds on this shoulder
Oh my
and all
gosh.
the other gear that goes with it. But you don't need that. Anybody can do this. You don't have to be a professional. You will get better as you go.
Yeah.
But part of the reason I'm still taking courses for this because it's not just about shooting the video.
Mhm,
It's about content. It's
mhm.
about feeling comfortable on camera. It's about how to get your own style or whatever. So
Yeah.
because I do have the background, I do have other realtors coming to me. And in
Yeah.
fact, there's a lady who's a luxury agent who I'm shooting a video for right now. So
Oh, nice. On her new
yeah,
listing.
make a little side money. I can't sell a house, darn it, I'll just shoot videos.
Oh no. Go get a listing, Lori.
Exactly. Send them my way.
All right. So what are the tips? I mean, you already kind of alluded to like one, which is like you don't need.
No, you don't need a lot. Take your cell phone. Anybody, everybody has them these days. Um, and the biggest thing, first of all, is just be natural.
Mhm.
Don't feel like you see people on TV and you think you have to be very professional and wait, I have to, have my hair's perfect and my makeup's perfect and my sit-up
Right.
straight. And this is Laurie Sickles with Keller Williams, just
Yeah.
be yourself. Just, hey, this is Laurie Sickles. You want them to, you know, relate to you. You want them to want to be your friend because they'll spend money with you.
Right.
So, yeah, cell
Exactly.
phone's fine. If you can eventually afford it down the road. Now I have my big lens on here. You don't need a big lens, but a DSLR shoots video and stills, so you can do both. So it normally comes with just a little lens like that, but that's something to work up to. But some of the other important parts, first of all, the two big places right now for realtors, Instagram every single day
Mhm.
and YouTube once a week, YouTube, and work up to like 10 minutes if you could do it 10 minutes.
Like a video.
Um,
On
the
that
video.
camera though, like on the phone, it's a lot easier to like do everything yourself. That camera is a little more
Exactly.
difficult to do.
Well, and you have to get an edit program, but there's a lot of free edit programs that you can download online, and a lot which are more, simpler than others. And I'll put in the notes later. I'll type in the notes some of the free ones that you can download. But
Okay.
there is a learning curve. Some cameras, from what I understand, you can edit in the cameras. I don't know how to edit my cell phone. I don't know how to
Oh my
edit my
gosh, I
cell
like
phone.
shoot all kinds of video and I never edit it because I'm like, oh my God, it's fine. Like,
Yeah,
I don't want to
and
take
that's
that time.
exactly. Well, and that's the other thing when you're working, when you're doing these. If you go, first of all, just if you want to see some of these, just go to YouTube, type in uh, realtor for Columbus, Ohio, or
Mhm.
um, home buying Columbus, Ohio, just whatever. And I'll bet you there'll be a realtor comes up, and they'll
Yeah.
have different. It might be a suburb of Columbus, or you might be telling a story of what is the housing market like, what are
Right.
prices like, what's the economy like. It may be or it may just feature a suburb, or it just can be about anything.
Yeah.
So there's a ton of topics you could go through, but
Well, I would think too, like if the struggle is, I mean, first of all, I want to pull out a couple of things that you said. So like one of the things I heard you say, and we know, is that using video is a great way to communicate with your audience, like as a
very
realtor,
much so.
to communicate with your buyers and sellers. If you have issues with you're not really sure what to say, I would literally just jot down like everything you do,
Exactly.
but like make a list, and each one of those can be a video. Like, because you take one
Exactly.
topic like we're doing here, like tips for
Absolutely.
shooting video, and this will be like a 10-minute video here, you know?
Well, and the other thing is jot down ideas you want, but then also just kind of format it ahead of time. And the one thing you can get away with on YouTube, like, of course, you can't do this when the anchors do what they call a stand-up. They have to, they have to have all the words come out right in order, and you don't just cut it up. On YouTube, hey, if you make a mistake, just keep rolling, do it again, and then clip the parts together. And,
Oh, that's a good idea.
you're practically sitting, you're sitting in the same place if you're doing something like that. So, don't worry about it. Just cut it together. Nobody on here has to be a professional. You'll go on there and you will see some people that obviously pay a boatload of money to have these, they've got aerials and they're always people in Florida. And they always have pretty trees, so it's worth paying for aerials. They have the ocean and pretty trees. Right now with the dead trees, I wouldn't pay.
You wouldn't, definitely not. I know when I first started doing some buyer and seller videos, I want to say it was like 2016, and my friend, she would hold I think must have been the phone. She would hold the phone, and then she would hold the cue cards, and she would be like trying to do it like all at once. And I would be like reading it. And then my mom was like, oh no, there's like a prompt? What are they called?
They're a teleprompter. Yeah, you can have them on your phones now.
They do. And then I started like doing that, and now I'm just like free flow, like whatever.
Yeah, it's much more natural free flow. So, as long as you know that, especially if you're being technical about information, as long as you know that information, free flow. Obviously, if there's something really technical and there's stats and numbers, just say, here, let me make sure I'm getting this right and read it. Right. Or a lot of the things you can do. Here's some good ideas. To give you an example of how easy or how difficult you can make it. There's a girl who's been doing a long time. All she does is she sits in her car. She's got her cell phone set up, and she'll either be parked, and she'll give this whole thing for the day. She does them every day. And then she goes on her way.
That's awesome.
So that's all she does. And, she'll be out driving around.
Talks about whatever every day.
Something that's going on every day or whatever, I'm going out to just whatever. So she's always in her car. It's easy. The thing's mounted. That's it. She's done. Another easy thing to do, though, is, and I've done this with my dog because I have a Belgian Malinois. Anybody that doesn't know what it is, let me just say, it's a dog that's on steroids. The police use them a lot, and my neighbor, she flunked out of police school. So she's afraid of gunfire. But they're super fast. They use them instead of the German Shepherds now a lot because they're so fast and agile. So she runs down I live in the country, and we have a really long driveway. So she'll run down the driveway, and I'm driving 20 miles an hour, and she's way ahead of me, and like literally stops. So what I'll do, though, is just take your cell phone and stick it out the window. And so I'll follow her speeding down the road. Well, if you need some, you want to get a neighborhood houses, just drive real slow and hold that phone. Sorry, let me show. Hold your phone out the window, and you can get some great video. Or if you need people walking down the street and you don't want to, some people are shy about it. I mean, I just go out and set up my tripod and start shooting, and I don't I don't show faces, obviously, of people unless I've asked their permission.
Right.
You can do that now.
But to your point, I mean, there's a lot of things that we as realtors can showcase. We do our job every day.
Oh my gosh.
Every little bit. There's so much content out there that content is not a problem. And like you said, if you're unsure, just look and see what other people did, and then just copy it.
Exactly.
You have to just have your spin on it, right?
Exactly. The biggest thing you're going to want to do, though, is you want to make sure you get their attention. You want them to pay attention. So thumbnails, very, very important. Easy to do. I use Canva. Canva's free. I pay for the pro version just because I do so much. But even that's really cheap.
It's pretty cheap.
And so have a really, eye-catching thumbnail with an eye-catching title, so that they're gonna, There's a guy who does his, and he comes up with these amazing ones, and it's like, it may not even look like it's realtor related, but I'm going to watch it because he's got these great pictures. So make sure you want them to watch. So that's a big thing. Also, if you don't know how to do the banner on your YouTube page, have somebody do it for you. There's places you can pay $5 or $10 and they'll do them for you. There's a place called Fiverr, Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com. They'll do anything that you want to do a web page. They'll do a web page, not for $10, but,
right.
but they'll do a thumbnail, or they'll do your banner, and you just have to send them what you want to say if you have your picture. But what happens is on our computer screen, the whole banner will show, but that same banner, when you look on your iPad or your Kindle or your phone, is only going to show this much. So all the important stuff has to be in that little box.
Got it.
But when you're on your computer, you want everybody to see all the extra stuff.
Yeah, right.
Make sure you have it done right. Otherwise, it's going to look really crappy.
Right.
Yeah. So, but you can also do those on Canva. If you've got computer skills, if you've done some graphics, the younger generation is probably easier for them than it is for us.
Definitely.
So, but just make sure it looks good. Be natural. Have it look. The openings look good. Everything else can just be kind of, hey, have fun with it. Give them information.
It should be fun. And I think if you're not really new to video, like some of this could seem a little overwhelming. So if you're new, and you know that and you want to start doing it, then just to your point, just use your phone.
Exactly.
Be yourself and just go for it. Keep it real simple, keep it short, and just talk about one thing and you're done.
Yeah. Well, and kind of like what you said when you first started doing them, you know what, people, after you've done one, you're going to struggle in the beginning, so you screw up, you're going to go back and you'll laugh later, but
it's fine.
That's it. Practice makes perfect. That's, so just keep doing them, keep putting them out there. It takes a while to build up. Don't expect this to be an overnight, I'm going to have clients out there and I'm doing this regularly,
right?
So make sure you understand this is something that takes time to build up, but it is certainly, from what I understand and from what I'm seeing, the way to go to get to really, show your expertise and show that you know the area and have your face out there.
Exactly. That's great. Great advice. Well, if people have a referral for you in Columbus, what is the best way to get a hold of you?
Oh, please just call me direct. Please. 614-893-0929. My email is LaurieSickles, LaurieSickles @kw.com.
Perfect. Well, I really appreciate you being on, Laurie. Thank you so much.
Oh, thanks for having me. I really had a good time.
It was fun. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.